Welcome to Bizlok's Retro Hour. I'm author G.S. Freeman. Some people know me as Scott. Some people know me as Bizlok. As long as you come back and watch me, you can call me either one. I don't really care. Seriously, though, welcome to my corner of the internet. This episode, we're looking at episode 3 of Land of the Lost, Dopey. As opposed to episode 1, it was pretty intense. Family falls to a time doorway and lost in a place of dinosaurs and chased by a T-Rex. Pretty traumatic, if you ask me. Episode 2, they find themselves sharing the land with those lizards, insects, whatever they are that come out at night, known as flea stacks. And they actually give the chance, will want to feed them to their god if they can do it. So this episode here is a little bit of a lighter episode. Episode 3 is known as Dopey. And in this episode, kids out looking for food, doing their own thing, and they find a stray. And they take the stray back home to try to keep it trained as a pet. But the thing about it, in the land of the lost, that's kind of not the same thing as we're used to. So it's not going to be that easy. The theme in this episode is a good one, and I can really appreciate it. It's basically learning to trust something that you don't understand. And that exact theme there is one of the things I took and I used in Ferret Run, where one of my protagonists, Victoria Linnell, she meets alien, totally alien to her dimension, foreign to this world. And there she has to decide if it's a threat or if it's something more. And Victoria Linnell, just like the Marshalls, she has to take the risk and figure out what choice to make. And that choice that she makes, as well as the Marshalls, can change everything. But anyhow, enough with me rapping about this. I have the episode queued up, and we're ready to get lost. So come join me in the next episode of Land of the Lost.
Marshall,
Joe,
Will, and
Will,
Holly
and Holly.
on a routine expedition.
Love the theme song.
Met the greatest earthquake ever known.
Ever known.
High on the
On the
rapids,
mountain.
it struck their tiny raft.
Ah! Right. We all know the theme song, so we're just gonna you know what we gotta do for the sake of YouTube being YouTube. Roar! Dopey, written by Margaret Arman. Pretty long, awkward stare at Spike here. We'll continue on, thank you.
I don't know why Dad wanted this car anyway.
I guess he wanted to make it easier for us to carry things.
Yeah, well, he made it too heavy.
Yeah.
Pretty good sibling
Next time
logic.
we, fall
Have
into a
him
land of the
push,
lost, let's
her
pick
pull.
one that's paved.
Yeah.
Great sibling logic there.
Oh. Holly?
He's lost.
Holly!
Try down here.
How'd you get down there?
You push too hard. This thing needs better brakes.
It needs a better engine.
It's better
The problem
engine than
isn't with
something.
stopping, it's with starting. Now, come on. Dad wants us to be home on time for once.
Okay, but this time you pull and I'll push.
Well, come on, give me a little help, will you?
What's that?
Oh, now what have you found? Oh, it's just a big old green rock. Now, come on, help. Okay, now, 1, 2, 3, push!
Maybe it's the better engine you're speaking of.
Holly. Holly!
Gotcha!
Hey, will you stop playing games?
Come on around this side. Look at this.
Hey, it's an egg.
What was in it? A house?
It must be a dinosaur egg.
Dinosaur egg. Yes, very
What
probably.
kind of dinosaur do you think?
Big. Hey, look, I think we better get out of here. It might still be around, and it's probably hungry. Come on.
Come on.
Hungry.
Quick.
Good assumption.
Okay, push.
There you go. That's the way to do it. Teamwork. You know, they make the car look so efficient and simple. I can say me and my brother tried to make that cart many a times when we were kids. It never
Oh,
worked.
wow. Look, Holly.
Look at these.
Wow.
Boy, they sure are big. We'll only need a couple.
You know, Dad says it's because of the ground.
I wonder if we'll grow big if we live here long enough.
I sure hope we don't have to find out. Come on.
Yeah. Well, let's pick some.
Yeah.
Strawberry shortcake with extra topping, please. Thank you.
You guys
Now
can't
we're in
have
sync.
any.
This is how
I don't
things are
think they
supposed to
wanted
work.
any. Pteranodons don't eat berries. They eat animals. And people.
That's what I mean. They can't have any. Why are there dinosaurs here anyways?
Well, you know, Dad thinks it's because we fall into another universe. And things from all of time and space here. It really is a land of the lost.
Did you
Okay, I'm pausing this here specifically, intentionally. This whole another universe things, all time, all space are here. That I've always loved that premise for storytelling. When you think about that option as for book writing or telling a story, it really makes the here and now feel so small. The potential of so many other universes. In my research of doing this, you know, you don't realize, you know, Chronicles of Narnia, C.S. Lewis, other dimension, other universe. Doomsday Book, Connie Willis. Mirror Empire by Neil Gaiman. Those are a couple of books that's out there. As a new writer who's really started to get the interest in writing and reading, I'm going to touch bases on those. And it's like you just think of the shows of the whole, I mean, if you remember Sliders from back in the day, Stargate, SG-1, and of recent, the show Fringe. Just the whole storyline with other universes and stuff just really inspire me. But continue with the show. Sorry, had that little rant.
think we'll find our lost toys? You know, I lost a doll once.
Hey, listen.
What?
To find my Battlestar Galactica toys, I want them back.
Maybe it's a thing from the egg.
Let's not wait to find out. Come on, pull. Come on. Oh, too late. Duck.
It stopped.
Yeah.
Yay, we're still alive.
It's a baby.
Brontosaurus.
So that's what hatched out of the egg. She's cute.
He might be dangerous.
Brontosaurs are vegetarians. She wouldn't eat people.
They're also clumsy. Now, I don't want you to go too close. He might step on you.
She's probably hungry. I'm gonna feed her a berry. I think she's friendly.
I think she's dopey.
Yeah, you may be right. Anything that looks that dopey has to be a boy. We'll call him Dopey. Hey, Dopey, want a berry?
Holly, don't go too close.
How could anything so cute be dangerous?
In this place, that is such a loaded question.
Just be careful, okay?
Here, Dopey, have a berry.
Cute or not, something that big coming at me with a maw like that, I want no part of it. But in retrospective, it's a very cute prop.
Stupid dinosaur.
We've got to help him, Will.
Well, you wanted to feed him a
You
strawberry.
know,
Well,
treatment
give it
like
to him.
that
Maybe
in the
that'll
land of
shut
the
him up.
lost. How something that cute can be dangerous, consider that and answer your question is answered.
Look, Will, he likes it.
Oh, Spike hears it. Spot hears it. Emily hears it. Uh-oh.
We've got to get out of here. His beeping's gonna attract every dinosaur in the jungle looking for a free meal.
We gotta do something for him. We can't just leave him.
We gotta
Maybe
shut
go
him
to
up.
commercial break.
I know.
Yeah, perfect time for a commercial break. Shh, all you want to. It's not going to work. Get your sock. That might hush him up. I know I heard a lunch beep around here someplace, he says.
Shut that thing up, will ya?
Find the damn volume control.
Well, thank goodness he doesn't cry with his mouth full. That's Grumpy. He's looking for lunch.
Will, think of something.
Well, getting dinosaurs out of trees isn't something they teach you in Boy Scouts.
Get the butter.
Scat, go home! Leave us alone! Get out of here!
As a kid, I was probably solving the exact same
Trying
issue.
to scare him out. Find your own mother. Get out of here! Go on, you go, dinosaur! Go! Go! Do you want to be dinosaur stew?
Somebody mentioned stew? Yes.
Hey, let's get out of here fast.
But what about Dopey?
There's nothing more we can do.
Survival of the fittest.
Run, Holly, run!
Saved by a tree again.
That was close.
Do you think Grumpy?
Probably. It's the law of the jungle.
Gnomes.
Well, it's not
Gnomes.
fair law.
I know, but that's the way it is. I mean, only the strongest survive, and, well, Dopey was too small and weak.
And don't forget
Hey,
noisy.
Come on, let's circle around and get back to the cart. Come on.
I wonder if we could have trained him. He was so cute.
Let's talk about something else. Hey, you know, you're right. It might have been fun to have him around.
Until someone stepped in his poop.
Is it my imagination, or is this cart getting lighter? No, it isn't. It's pulling easier.
It can't be. It's full of... It's Dopey!
Well,
Lucky dino.
have some lunch, Dopey.
He's still alive! Grumpy didn't get him after all!
Alive, yeah, and fat.
You're mad at him.
Well, he just ate our dessert.
He does seem
But
to look a
he's
bit
so
bigger,
cute.
doesn't he?
How could you be mad at a face like that?
It's easy. Come on, let's get back to the high bluff before he eats our cart, too.
Hi, Dad.
Well, this better be a good one.
Oh, it is, Dad. It is.
Well, you see, it's like this.
What in the world is...
Dad, this is Dopey.
Beep.
Well, where did you find it?
It actually found us.
We found him in the jungle. He's a brontosaur.
Oh, yes, I can see that.
Can we keep him?
Where?
Train him?
Wow. Kick his legs out from under him and holler, sit? Oh, now sure, that'd do it.
Oh, please, Dad. He won't be any trouble.
How are you going to feed him, Holly?
Oh, he'll eat anything.
He'll eat everything.
Can't we keep him? Can't we keep him?
Can we
Listen,
keep the puppet,
honey,
Dad?
I mean, you can't make a pet out of a dinosaur.
Dad, the problem isn't one of keeping him. The problem is, how do we get rid of him?
Thank you for that perspective, Will.
You're right, Will. A 5,000-pound dinosaur stays anywhere it wants to, even if it is still just a baby. Well, I guess it's up to Dopey whether he stays or not.
You can stay! Hey, Will, look! Watch this.
Oh, that could be really useful.
Oh no! You're not supposed to eat it!
Iconic scene. I love this. Harness provided by Bronto Supply Co. Incorporated.
Come on, Dopey. Pull the cart. Come on. I know. Want some nice juicy leaves, Dopey?
I think she has something there. Yep, she's got something.
Holly. Holly, hurry up with that. Your dinner's getting cold.
You're right there, Dad. Have a nice night, Dopey.
Be here at 6 a.m. in the morning, sharp and ready to work. Come back after the commercial also. Alright, now that we're in the commercial break, we've got part 3 of our interview with Harry Walton. This is the final part of the interview that we've had with him. After this interview, I do not have anything lined up right now, but I've got my feelers out there to try to interview a couple of people that has to do with this. So with any luck, here's something, but this is where the patience is going to have to come in and wait. But anyhow, enough me rambling. We'll continue with part 3 of the interview with Harry Walton. Looking back, what from from what you did then, what do you think that you contributed to the world of special effects then that people may not realize today? It's like the items that you did, that you created with the props, special effects that you did, that people today would take advantage for, CG or something to that extent. But what would you say would that be?
I'm not sure. Can you rephrase your question?
Of all the items that you created for the show, from the puppet to, again, the tar pit effect, of all the special effects that you did, that you created then, that you put hard work and effort, people, as we watch it today, as we watch it then, may not realize that you put hard effort into that. And it could be something as simple as the frame by frame by frame by frame movements that you have to do for the puppets, to coming up with the designing the puppet that you use for the hand during the cave scenes.
I don't know if I'm answering this correctly, but because of the the proponents of all these, fanzines and stuff later on, and magazines, different ones that came out, during the show and after the show, all these effects and techniques and pictures are, explained in the magazines. And I don't think that, I believe that the people, the kids, most of them are reading this, get a pretty good idea and knowledge, of how it's done. And I don't know that I don't know if that they have any more questions to ask about it, or if they've, found out enough or whatever. So I don't know if I'm answering your question correctly.
That's fine. There's no such thing as a correct answer here. This is my really first time interviewing, and so I appreciate your patience on this. One of the big questions that I want to ask you on this is, between season 2 and season 3, between Lulu, which is more of a fantasy creature, and the Dimetrodon that shoots fire, you go from dinosaurs that we basically have the skeletons for, items like that, to more fantasy creatures. What was your take on that, with that kind of direction on there? How did you feel about, because if I remember correctly, there was a lot more focus put on the fantasy creatures, and they kind of took the focus away from the dinosaurs a little bit. How did you feel on that, or was that just a evolution of the show?
Yeah, I really, tell you truthfully, I really don't remember having any feelings when, well, I did sort of have a feeling. I thought it was kind of weird and dumb and out of place to have a two-headed elasmosaur, because there was never really ever, as far as I know, a two-headed elasmosaur in reality. So I thought that was kind of a crazy idea, and I do remember us, scratching our heads. Why do we have this Lulu character? But it was, a brainstorm, some idea of, one of the, Croft folks. It wasn't our idea. So it's something that somebody wanted.
It was a to-do list. We need to get this done.
I guess since it was the last season, maybe they thought they'd just, go crazy and do something crazy.
Now, did you know when you started it was going to be only 3 seasons, or had no idea on there?
I had no idea. When you
Gotcha.
start on it and you're working on it, as far as you know, when you're in the first season, that could be the only season. So,
And it's like, unlike a lot of the Sid and Marty Krofft shows, this Land of the Lost got 3 seasons. I think everything else was a pretty much a one-shot season and is done. Did you work on any other Land of the Lost? I believe you worked on Lost Saucer, because I remember seeing. So you didn't work on that one either.
no.
So was
I'll give you
Land
a
of the
rundown real quick of, you want kind of a rundown of what I worked on in general, or are you after something specific?
with Land of the Lost, Sid and Marty Krofft, the relationship with them right now.
Oh, well, yeah. Let's see. We worked on Donnie and Marie show, which was produced by Sid and Marty Krofft. That was there. We worked on their very first television pilot show, Donnie and Marie show. And the reason that they came to us at Excelsior is because we animated Donnie and Marie. Or I specifically animated Donnie and Marie. It's in my not the Land of the Lost book, but my new book. And we actually, had them on stage, and they would stand, and then it was called changes, and then their outfits would change magically, and then they would like pixelate and like move around and come into all these poses. And so we would kind of like push them around to, because they didn't know how much they should move. And then so we did that. And then there was another Croft show I worked on. I can't think of what it is at the time. Hercules, but it never got aired. Towards the end of Land of the Lost, Sid and Marty Krofft wanted to get another show going called Hercules, which, yeah, I didn't send you a picture on that because it had nothing to do with Land of the Lost, but it would have had animated sea serpent in it. In fact, we did a little like 30-second shot, a 30-second movie for the Crofts where I sculpted a sea serpent thing, and then we had a little drawn artistic background and a little waterscape, and I hand like puppeted it while the guy shot it of the sea serpent moving around for the Crofts, and of course that show never went, but yeah, that was another possibility through the Crofts.
Gotcha. For our audience, give us a rundown. Tell them everything that you worked on. As I was going through the books, like, wow, just a lot of stuff that I didn't realize.
Yeah, I can't think of everything, but I off the top of my head, there's Nightmare Before Christmas, Hollow Man, James and the Giant Peach, RoboCop, RoboCop 2, RoboCop 3, Memoirs of an Invisible Man, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Willow, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Inner Space, Hook, Young Sherlock Holmes, The Abyss, The Golden Child, Howard the Duck, Terminator 2, Bugsy, Ghostbusters 2, Never Say Never Again. That was a James Bond movie. Star Trek 4, Star Trek 6, and The Legend of Hillbilly John. And there's many others, but I don't have the list in front of me.
So you've had a long, expansive career.
Yeah, since 1968 to 2022.
And so now you're sitting back, living the easy life.
Yeah, writing books.
Again, we got one right here. Do you have any more that you're working on, or anything what you're working on now?
I have one that's already been published. It's out on Amazon. It's called The Magic of Visual Effects and Stop Motion Animation, Volume 1.
I will share it on this video when I do. Which brings me to the last question that I was going to ask on you this. If you see people, or for my audience that's interested in doing this, they may be 56 years old, they may be younger. But if you got somebody who's dreaming, the show Seeing Land of the Lost or something like that, wants me to create creatures or be able to use their imagination to create stuff like that, what would your advice be for them?
Yeah, study, working on your own, study sculpture, get out clay, study sculpture, do drawings of your creatures or characters, actually sculpt them in clay to know how to form the objects and develop your artistic sculpting skills. Shoot movies or videos, probably videos nowadays. You get animation software for your cell cameras, and set it on a tripod and experiment with animation, moving things around. And then you've got to, that's the way I did it. You got to develop your skills on your own and get to a certain height and level, and then develop a reel of your work before you can show it to a studio or producer or director or visual effects studio. So yeah, it's a lot of people do that. That's the way we all started, and I know even people nowadays in the digital age, they are doing the same things. Even though a lot of things is digital, there are still some shows that are shot stop motion animation, like the Aardmans in England, and a couple other companies out here in the States. So yeah, just get your hands dirty and get the experience on your own, and develop a reel that you can show people.
Oh, wise words. Wise words. Well, Harry, I do so appreciate the time that you've taken to let me interview this, to let me ask you questions that I've always wanted to ask, reference to a show that means a lot to me. I thank you for your time, and I really appreciate it. I would love to have you back on here again. There's a couple of movies movies and shows that you mentioned from that time period that I may want to have a little discussion with you about in the
Sure.
future.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I won't take up much of your time on this, but I want to thank you for everything that you've done. Thank you for the skills that entertained a generation. Because
Yeah.
you did it, and did you realize? I have to go back on this. As the little kid, as I would see Grumpy chase him in the jungle, that that really stuck with me. I had nightmares, and again of that, and not even as we got into the age of Jurassic Park, that new standard of a T-Rex. Oh no, my thought process still goes specifically back to the design on Grumpy. But I thank you for your time on this, and I look forward to speaking with you again, sir.
Yeah. Same here.
Thank you. You have a great evening, and again, thank you for joining Bizlok's Retro Hour. Well, can't thank you enough in this premiere episode, and I look forward to speaking with you again on this.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
Okay. Take care.
Take care. Again, thank you, Harry Walton, for that interview. This was interview number 3. No more at this time, but like I said, we're working on trying to get some more lined up. So let's continue with Dopey, and let's wrap this episode up. See you on the other side. I didn't ask for that wake-up call.
You're gonna wake everybody up. Would you be quiet?
Feed me.
What's all the racket down there? What's going on down there?
He got lonely? Shh. Quiet.
Hey, what's going on around here? Can't a guy get any sleep?
I can see where this is going.
Please, Dopey, be quiet. I think he's hungry.
He's always hungry.
Speaking of always hungry.
Get up here fast!
But Dad!
Get up here now!
Dad, Dopey, quick, get out here! Go hide!
Dopey can't figure it out. It's on him.
In the cave, quick! Will, get the fly swatter.
What we don't see is his head buried in the sand.
Oh, please, Grumpy, don't eat him!
It's like he needs another lesson in manners.
Oh, no, he sees Dopey!
Hey, you dummy, we're in here!
That's better. Come on now, Grumpy. Open wide.
I love this. Look at the choreography of the... Ow!
Some days he just isn't too bright.
Here comes the Harryhausen scratch report. There it is.
Well, I don't think he'll be back for a while.
At least for this episode.
He's alright! Poor old baby, I'll bet you were frightened.
Holly, do you understand now why we can't keep Dopey around the cave anymore?
Yeah, I guess so. Grumpy just can't be trusted.
And what do you think we ought to do?
We'll have to find a good home for him.
And what kind of home would be best?
A place where he'd be happy. A swamp, I guess.
That's a pretty good guess. There are other brontosaurs there, and maybe even Emily might adopt him. Dopey really does belong with his own kind, you know. And it would be unfair to keep him around here where he's in constant danger.
Well, we're in constant danger.
Okay, Dad. I guess we can take him now.
No, I think we can have breakfast first. You know, it was really great how you taught Dopey to pull the cart.
Oh, he'll pull anything as long as there's enough food.
I'll tell you what, Holly. Anytime that you want to visit Dopey, you can go on down to the swamp, okay? Cheer up, honey. Dopey will be much happier there, really.
Yeah, so will I.
Kudos to Spitzer Milligan and his Rick Marshall. He really pulls the weight as a dad who's trying to take care of the kids and do the right thing. However, I'm not sure to feed him going to the swamp.
You don't like him, and you never have.
Ah, he's okay. And as a matter of fact, he's kind of a cute little feller for a brontosaurus.
See, I told you didn't like him.
Oh, Holly, it's not that. It's just... I was kind of looking forward to those berries.
I know what you mean. They taste just like the ones we used to have in our backyard at home.
Oh, yeah. Hey, remember that time that we made that homemade ice cream and went out and picked the berries out of the patch and put them on the ice cream?
Will, we're never gonna get home, are we?
I don't know. You know, I used to think this was all just a bad dream. But I just don't know now. Well, looks like maybe we're gonna be seeing a lot of Dopey after all.
Will you really come
I
and
got
visit him
nothing.
with me?
Yeah, anytime you want to.
Thanks, Will. Will he be safe from Grumpy in the swamp?
Oh, I think he'll be okay, honey. Grumpy doesn't seem to like the water very much.
Well, that's because there aren't any lifeguards.
There's Emily now.
You know, it's shots like this that are on the show that are etched in the minds of the generation.
Sure is big.
Well, that's what Dopey's gonna look like someday.
Wow.
That was primo for back
Well, I
in
don't
the
want to
day.
wait around for it.
You have to go now. It's better for you, okay? Go on. Go on. Well, go on. I don't want you anymore. Go with the other brontosaurs. Go on. Get out of here. I don't want you anymore. Just get going. Get out of here. Get out of here. Do you hear me? I don't want you anymore. Get out of here. Get out of here.
You know, and easy as it was for them to write her to appear to slap the brontosaurus, she didn't. They knew that few generations of kids will see this.
Go on. You
Kudos
have
to the
get out of
director.
here. Bye, Dopey. Goodbye.
You did right, Holly. He'll be happy here.
Do you think we'll ever see him again?
Sure. He can come eat our cart anytime he wants to.
And roll credits.
When I look all around, I can't believe the things I found. Now
I do enjoy the end credits for this as well.
I'm lost, find me, living
All right.
in the land
Good conversation.
of the lost,
See you guys at the end roll.
living in the land of the lost.
And so now we come to the end of episode 3, Dopey. This was a light episode, but I don't know if you caught it. Toward the end, they actually hit a chord. That hit a chord with me. The scene where Will and Holly, after they finished eating with their dad, and them two just went and started talking by themselves, and he just started remembering about the strawberries and the ice cream and everything like that. You know, when she looked to her brother and said, "Do you ever think we'll get home?" And just flat out said, "I don't know." You know, that moment hits deep. And that's one of the exact reasons why Land of the Lost stands out from typical children's programming. You know, the core theme of that was the loss of innocence and the acceptance of a harsh reality. I mean, this is a family, or the family's written, they're lost in a world, another dimension. And it's not just about that. It's about an emotional transition from hopeful denial to just existential uncertainty. They're processing grief, displacement, and accepting the possibility they may never go home again. It moves beyond adventure into a psychological territory. You know, I myself, child of the 70s, I had to deal with divorce. You know, and many other people, you know, kids my age, their parents would divorce or death in the family. You know, this is a kid's show, but it's the same kind of processing, the acceptance, the feelings. They were acting, but the feelings weren't too far from the truth. They were real. So, you know, you just don't get that nowadays. I mean, it's something else. You know, it isn't fantasy escapism. It's a psychological survival. Childhood isn't always safe, and sometimes the world changes and there's no going back. Prime example of it. But anyhow, um, this episode of Bizlok's Retro Hour, we're wrapping up. For those of you guys who came back, I appreciate you. For those who are new, welcome to the show, my corner of the internet. Please hit like, hit subscribe. I've got another episode 4 in queue now, and I'm hoping to have it out next week. And I look forward to seeing you then. But until then, y'all be safe, be good to each other, and you know, appreciate the now, appreciate the past, and just appreciate where you are. And we'll see you guys later. Y'all have a good one. Later.